Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh, my phone's ringing right now. But I just really want to say what's good. It's your boy. I have no idea what this YouTube account is. So today we're gonna be talking about automation, and I really want to make this as simple as possible. So we're just gonna get started. So with automation, this is what automation does. It pretty much changes sound like throughout the song, if that makes sense. And I know that sounds super freaking weird, but let's say on the song that you have, you want the volume of an instrument to be super low and then super high, right? You could do that with automation. So I'm going to show you an example. As you can see in the software, like literally, this is just the same volume throughout the entire song, if that makes sense, right? So the volume never changes whatsoever. The volume is always going to stay the same in the software. So nothing's changing and it sounds flat and it just sounds blah. So if you really want to add a little bit of an element of expertise, what you want to do is you want to go to edit automation. And I'm going to say this one more time to actually get into automation. We want this to sound low and then go higher in volume. Change the volume. If you want to change the volume, like fade the volume up or down, I'm going to show you how to do that. And you don't just do it with volume. You could do it with every single knob in this software. So if you wanted to have a situation where there was less volume or like less reverb, for example, on an instrument, and then more reverb over time in the song, you could do that. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to click on whatever button you want to change. Today, right now, we're going for the volume button, right? So that's step one. You want to right click on whatever button you want to change. Step two, press edit automation. Step three, so you're going to see a little automation tab right here. You know what I mean? And it's going to say whatever you want to change. We want to change the level of this volume knob so it goes from lower to higher. Right now, again, it's stagnant. But we want it to go from lower to higher over time. So what you want to do is you want to go from the mouse tool to the pencil tool. You want to pencil in, click the mouse tool just to, select it. And then you want to pencil in how you want to change it. So as you can see, the volume is going lower to higher in the software because you just penciled it in, if that makes sense. Now, you could actually do automation as well by using an actual controller. So if you have like a keyboard like an MPC, you could actually click on the button, right? And there's buttons on your controller. Let me see. You could click on the button, right? And there's buttons on your controller, and you could actually use the buttons on your controller to edit automation as well. But we're not talking about this because we're beginners here, okay? So, as you can see, we did all that, and we're going to see what the difference is. So as you can see, that did it automatically, right? So in the software, it did it automatically in the software. So as you can see, that's what automation is all about. Automatically changing certain settings so that they could go higher or lower or changed in a particular way. And you could do that with every button in the software. Now we're gonna try it one more time, and I'm gonna go Dora the Explorer style, just so that we could do this together and that you could learn. Uh, you could tell me, you know what I mean? You could tell me how to do this. You feel me? Because again, automation is very, very useful. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is for the next challenge, we're gonna pull out some reverb. So for this, we have the little reverb knob, right? So what is the first thing we're gonna do? The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change this. So what are we gonna do? What's the first thing? Yes, we're going to right click and press Edit Automation. What's the next thing we're gonna do? The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the pencil tool and just draw in it. What's the next thing we're gonna do? We're gonna take the mouse just to click in it. And what's the next thing we're gonna do? In this situation, I want no reverb to a lot of reverb for the instrument. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pencil in this tool, or pencil in this automation. And now we have no reverb on this instrument to a lot of reverb over time. So we're going to see what that looks like. So as you can see, that's really what automation is all about. It's about changing things over time, and it's the difference between an intermediate person and somebody who is, a little bit more advanced. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on solo and mute. So we're going to focus on the solo button. Now, when you automate the solo button, right? Things just get a lot more punchier. And this usually happens in hip hop, mostly hip hop music, when they like to have pauses in songs. So what we're going to do is we're going to use that and go forward. As you can see, I have the mute button or the solo button already automated. So again, I'm going to right click, edit automation. And on the solo tab, what we're going to do is, you see this button right here? With this button on, I could actually press the automation. I could actually press the button and it will change throughout the software. Okay, so if this button is on, I could automate things throughout the software in real time. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. So as you can I don't know if you heard that. Hold up. So yeah, I was controlling the solo button in the software through automation. As long as you have this button on and you selected edit automation, you can control it in real time, or you could pencil it in, but it's entirely up to you. It's the same thing with the level button as well. You could even control that in real time as well. You don't even have to really pencil it in, but penciling it in is a little bit easier. So, yeah, so you could either automate it through penciling it in, or you could automate it through penciling it in real, or just controlling the knobs in real time, if that makes sense. I recommend penciling things in if you're just using software, but I also recommend real time if you actually have like an actual keyboard that you could use in the software. So that's all I really want to say. I hope you had a nice day, and peace.